We're getting ready for our second semifinals. Oh, are we going to see more of the same? Or is Shakti going to represent Latin America and actually have a Latin American in the grand finals?
I mean, he needs to. It's basically in his contract. You know, this is Battle of the Americas, not the America. Yeah. Welcome everyone to map number 1, this new best of 3 series, and starting in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, the Canadian Protoss player playing for Alpha X, TriGGeR.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide ALE, we have the Brazilian Protoss. He's blue, representing Eximus Gaming. It is TriGGeR. TriGGeR? Shakti.
I see that you have picked your favorite already.
Yes.
I haven't checked, but did TriGGeR qualify for DreamHack?
Of course he did, of course. What are you on about?
I don't know. I didn't check. I've been just looking at Latin America mostly.
No, yeah. TriGGeR's in the main event. Patty Mac's in the main events. And the other big names.
I thought Patty Mac was going to take a break or something.
Yeah, he did. and then he spent like a week practicing for DreamHack and he just qualified. It's like, all right, well, okay. That's all it takes, mate. Who else? I believe Jon Snow qualified. Who else? Pure Legacy, he qualified.
I mean, you can always just check the wiki.
It's true.
It's very easy. It's a couple of clicks away. Wikipedia.net. StarCraft 2. DreamHack Summer. Northern.
Well, as Darking does look at who qualified through, Shakti is starting to make some moves here. I love it. He's waiting for his Cybercore to finish up, and we should see a proxy here in the middle of the map. Ooh, TriGGeR is looking for said proxy, but just in all the wrong places for now. But he's going to check. Oh, no, he's rallying.
I don't think he's going to see it.
Oh, he sees it.
Wait, yeah, he saw it. He saw it just at the last second. Oh, God, what a disaster for Shakti. And the worst part is Shakti does not know. Shakti does not know that TriGGeRs know.
Yeah, oh god. I mean, now he knows because it's TriGGeRs within range of the pylon. But yeah, is Shakti going to commit to this after being scouted? I hope not. It's not going to bode well for him.
Well, he's not canceling it, and he does not seem to go for an expansion. So yeah, I think he's just going for it.
To be fair, we'll see. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, he was waiting for the probe to leave. Oh, big brain. Wow. Okay, TriGGeR doesn't know.
Shakti decides to expand instead. Meanwhile, with these two adepts trying to put a little bit of pressure into TriGGeR. TriGGeR sees the expansion of Shakti, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Now he probably knows that proxy is not coming on. It's not coming on.
Yeah, he's making a Void Ray regardless, just to defend anyway. But you're right. Like he probably knows that it has already been cancelled. And now Shakti is applying a little bit of pressure. Could maybe take down these stalkers, but again, with the Void Ray, TriGGeR should be able to defend.
Yep. The question is he gonna be able to defend before losing the stalkers?
Oh god, the answer is gonna be no. The stalker goes down. The wall's not a wall. Oh no! The workers.
The Voiders arrive, but workers are going to start to pick up 3 workers down already. The adept shade into the main base. More workers are going to go down. 5, 6. Okay, 6 is going to go. 6 is everything they're going to pick up. Nice damage. He destroyed the stalkers that TriGGeR had and destroyed 6 workers. That was a nice one. He's only now 2 workers ahead. 2 workers ahead, which is not bad, especially because Shakti's natural was much later than TriGGeR's.
Yeah, especially
and he now knows about the Void Ray.
Exactly. And not only that, but again, Shakti, he had a really rough start with the failed proxy, so it was really great for him to really be able to come back from that situation. And now, Blink's on the way, +1 is on the way. You could definitely make an argument that Shakti is ahead in terms of tech right now. Like overall army in a couple of seconds, Shakti will have the advantage. TriGGeR is still stuck on like just gateways and Stargate. So we'll see, like, there's a lot on these Void Rays right now to do something. As TriGGeR does have 2 of them, they're going to be able to clean up a pylon, I guess. Finally, the Twilight Council and the Forge get thrown down, but there's a massive window that Shakti can abuse.
Yeah, exactly. The question is, will he?
He better.
Well, he's moving out. He's moving out and he's starting a tier base, mate.
Third base is on the way. Meanwhile, Shakti actually has eyes on the army. Ooh, he gets scared though. He thinks maybe the army is heading towards the third.
I mean, it's a safe thing to do, seeing how you started your turn so early and seeing the army of your opponent moving in that general direction.
Yeah.
It would have been very risky if he went directly to the opponent's base.
Definitely, but you know what? He's gonna find the army. Blink is done. +1 is still a couple of seconds away. Oh no!
Oh god. Misrally into Stalkers.
Oh no, 2 Stalkers. They're so valuable right now. Finally, the Pulsar Beams are gone now for TriGGeR, and maybe Shakti can take this fight.
I think he will. He's focusing the Void Ray now. Void Ray 1 goes down, Void Ray 2 goes down. But meanwhile, an Oracle comes from the back and tries and pick up more probes. 9 probes, 10 probes, 11 probes.
Mate, not just
counting.
probes. This is zero mining. Every single probe is here for Shakti. Oh my god, no, not like this. He won the fight, but at a massive cost.
Yes, he loses a lot of mining time. He's gonna try to deny the steel base of TriGGeR's. He may be able to get it because his opponent does not have Blink, which is huge in a PvP. But yeah, it was cancelled. Now TriGGeR needs to go on the offensive. His opponent is solidly on 3 bases, and look, he's going for 4 mods gateway. He's going to do a big push soon.
Exactly, and this makes a lot of sense. I love this decision from TriGGeR. He's trying to push down the ramp. TriGGeR, though, he's still down in upgrades. At the same time, that Oracle is just getting ready to dive back in.
Here we go. More probes going down. Mate, Shakti needs to build the batteries closer to the probes.
He does. Oh god. I mean, at least Shakti doesn't lose too many here. He is ahead in workers, but we were talking about that massive push, and that is what's coming out here for TriGGeR.
Yeah, mate. He has 1, 2, 3, 6 warp gates. A warp prism is coming now. And Shakti is preparing. He's building 4 more warp gates, putting in extra shield batteries, and now it's an immortal starting.
Yeah, I love the Immortals. I would love even more some more shield batteries at the third base. I feel like 1 is not enough. I'm really concerned right now. Again, Shakti doesn't realize the position he's in. He should realize, hey, there's no third base, but here we go. TriGGeR shows up, immediately depowers the shield battery.
Yes, and there's nothing here to defend. This is a horrible position for Shakti to be in. A lot of probes are going down. Oh god, I don't know why he kept fighting with the probes. They would have just evacuated, but yeah. The Immortal is out. He's going to have a lot of power. Oh, he picks up the Warp Prism. Nice one.
Yeah, exactly.
But this push is over, but damage it did. 14 workers went down.
Yeah, it was so important that Shakti was able to kill that and snipe that Warp Prism. Otherwise, that could have been the end of the game. That could have been it then and there. But as you said, Shakti did lose a lot of workers and kind of even things up in a way.
Yes. In fact, Shakti still has more workers. 48 for TriGGeR versus 54 for Shakti. So yeah, I will still give Shakti the edge, but it's not as big of an advantage as he had in the beginning. They're now both currently equal in upgrades and equal in upgrades. They both have Blink and +1. Shakti has already started his +2, which is going to be huge because TriGGeR hasn't started it yet.
Yeah, like TriGGeR did a very good job with his attack. Obviously, there was potential there to just straight up kill his opponent, and that would have been amazing. But like the damage that he dealt was enough for him to still stay in this game and get back economically. He's still behind in terms of workers, as you said, but the gap isn't anywhere near as large. +2 is on the way. I feel like TriGGeR will have to be on the defensive for a while until he catches up there.
Yeah, and look, Shakti's taking a fort. He's going for full advantage here. He knows he's a little bit ahead, so he's going to get more ahead, as Artosis will say.
Exactly, and now the onus is on TriGGeR, right? Like, he can't let Shakti get away with all this, otherwise he will just be left behind. So he's gonna have to make something else happen. I do like that he is switching things up into Charge Lot Archon a little bit faster compared to Shakti, but Shakti, now he's across the map with his own War Prism.
The charge is over for Shakti, +2 is almost over for Shakti. He's going... Here we go, mate. The Blink battle is starting. Shakti's a little bit premature. He's still a couple of seconds away for +2 attack to finish. It's going to be huge because it's going to be like 20 seconds of TriGGeR not having it, and oh god, that blink by TriGGeR. That was a very daily blink.
Exactly. The War Prism was just a little bit too far away, otherwise he could have focused it down. So he did expose himself a little bit there. The defensive position is better for TriGGeR though, with 2 shield batteries and overcharge.
Here we go, mate. Fight of the century.
Yeah, here we go. Overcharge is used for TriGGeR. So far, he does take a favorable engagement. Ooh, the Immortal immediately gets picked off.
No more Immortals for Shakti in this battle. TriGGeR still have 2 boss, but Shakti has more Stalkers still remaining. This is going to be enough. One Zealots are reinforcing for TriGGeR.
Yeah, the Zealots are running at it. It looks like TriGGeR will defend. It does snipe the War Prism.
Those 2 Immortals did a lot of work. 5 kills and 2 kills in each, 7 kills between the 2 of them. That was a lot of Stalkers dead, man.
Oh yeah, exactly. And this is terrifying because now TriGGeR has that momentum going for him. +3 has started for Shakti, sure, but TriGGeR has started his War Prism. He wants to be aggressive now, and now it's going to be on TriGGeR to try and deal with this 4th.
Yep. He has Archons in the mix now. He's moving out.
Yeah, and this is the problem. Like, we mentioned it before. TriGGeR, he got a much faster Templar Archives. Templar Archives only just started for Shakti. He's not going to have any Archons to help deal with the army of TriGGeR.
The Zealots go and fight, but the Archons do a lot of damage, mate.
Yeah, the Archons of TriGGeR were exposed, so the Immortals were exposed. One of the Immortals did go down, but the other stands strong, and TriGGeR is pushing into this 4th base. Is it going to be enough? Where's that War Prism?
Yeah. War Prism is coming. Finally, we have an Immortal for Shakti, but the 1 Immortal is still left for TriGGeR. Shakti needs to focus it.
Exactly, and it looks
more Zealots are going. Oh god.
Yeah, and there are just too many Zealots here. They're getting on top of the Immortals of Shakti. TriGGeR did lose his own Immortal, which is pretty huge. But again, like, he's starting to overwhelm Shakti.
The Immortal of Shakti goes out, and that's GG.
GG. Honestly, Shakti was playing very well there. He was playing very well, getting a very early lead. But TriGGeR, despite being behind, like, made the right moves.
Yeah, it was a very close match up until the end. I'm eager to see what these players go for game number 2.
Yeah. Again, I'm honestly really impressed with how Shakti played that out. I do think that for a lot of that, he was ahead, right? Like, he he was able to put himself in a really nice position. But, like, you know, the control was a little bit more in TriGGeR's favor. Not just the control, but also some of the engagements as well. Yeah. Now we're getting into game 2. Also, Hulayener. I never played a minute of StarCraft. Do I need to buy the game? StarCraft is free. It's absolutely free, mate. Don't need to buy it. Don't need to pay any money.
Yep. StarCraft 2 includes the first campaign for free.
Mhm.
It includes a bunch of commanders for free, and it includes all of the multiplayer for free. So yeah, if you wanna just log in and start ranking the ladder, come on in. It doesn't cost you a penny.
Yeah, nothing at all.
Basically, all there is to buy is cosmetics and the campaigns.
Yeah, and to be fair, the
So there is to
campaigns
buy.
are pretty fun. But again, you can play the first one for free and see if it's worth it.
Yes. Speaking of worth it, here on the top left hand corner of the map, Canadian Protoss player for Alpha X. It's TriGGeR.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide ALE, we have the Brazilian player. He's Protoss. He's blue, representing Team Eximus. It is Shakti. And I am gonna ping all the boys about ESL Open Cup Asia.
All the Latin American boys as well.
All the CranKy boys. All the CranKy boys.
Okay. No, there's a new clause going into the contracts. You need to play every ESL Open.
Hold on. I need my emotes. My emotes. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Why don't you let Kuro do it?
What? Kuru's asleep. What are you on about? It's like 4 a.m. in Poland right now.
I mean, that hasn't stopped me before for me.
I mean, you know, we also have responsibilities, okay?
Yeah. I know. You have a team to feed.
We have a team to feed. We have a bunch of tournaments to run. Normally, again, the reason why she has to go to sleep early is because she has to wake up early because she usually does production for Demi-C Weekly, which is later today. Which is usually later today, I should say. But yeah, things are pretty tight around the CranKy Ducklings.
By the way, interesting choice by Shakti. He put a proxy pylon in the map and then built nothing on it. Now TriGGeR is like in panic mode, looking for that missing pylon, which by the way he hasn't found yet.
Yeah, he's looking all over the place for it. Again, it's one of those things where very often in PvP, one of the players throws out a proxy pylon just to throw it out there, just to kind of, you know, affect the mental state of your opponent, not really wanting to proxy at all. But it does get found.
Kula Janner says, instant 6k MMR included? The answer is in NA, yes.
In NA? I don't know if I would go that far, mate. I don't know if I would go that far. But you know what you could do? If you do get StarCraft, and if you live in the land of the Americas, you could sign up for Battle of the Americas. And even though you may not be 6k, you could still win some money.
Oh yeah, someone is going to win some money later on.
Yeah. For those wondering, every single Battle of the Americas does have a participation raffle. So anyone who played today has a chance to win, I believe, is it 5 or 10 USD?
10 USD.
10 USD. One of these players is going to walk away with 10 USD. Doesn't matter if you made it to the finals, like Nina, who's currently waiting there, or if you got knocked out in the very first round. You have an equal chance to win 10 USD. Boom. There you go. So
nice.
Okay, go on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, really, that means as this is going on, you can get StarCraft for free and make money.
I know, right? Tell me, what other esports give you that?
Exactly. As Shakti, he pulled a little bit of a Paco mic there. He just made a wave of adepts and he lost like almost everything trying to get across the map.
Yep. Unfortunately, he got caught between the Stalkers and between more adepts and between these oracles that are now crossing across the map. So let's see how these oracles do. I mean, the previous game they were like pretty successful. Let's see now.
Yeah, to be fair, these oracles did spend a lot of their energy on the adepts in the middle of the map, but they're just scouting right now. They just get free scouting information. They're going to gather that energy and maybe dive back in later on. Meanwhile, TriGGeR, now he has full map control and he's just pushing out of the map. Oh my god, and he can take out these shield batteries. There's no lot here to defend. Uh-oh.
Only few stalkers, the boys are pulled.
Oh god, the boys are pulled. The oracles dive in from behind as well. The stalkers are coming down from the main, but the shield battery gets focused down.
Yes, shield battery was used and cancelled now with the building destroy. But I think Shakti now has enough units to defend. He lost a few probes with the adept, with the oracles, but nothing critical.
Not the biggest loss, right? We can see Shakti is down in workers, but not by that much, so it's still okay. We do see Shakti prioritize his robo, prioritize his immortal production, which is, you know, understandable, but it does mean that, like, he has a solid defense, but he has a bit of a weaker counterattack. He doesn't have a War Prism, he doesn't have Blink Stalkers. And Shakti's just looking to chill at home.
Yeah, that's a daring tier base for Shakti.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like, Shakti's in a really awkward position. Like, TriGGeR has a robo on the way, Blink +1. Shakti is still behind in tech, I feel, working on more immortals. So I do think that, like, you know, he can be a little bit more solid at home defending. I say that, but the oracles are coming back in. Okay, we have stalkers.
This oracle shouldn't do much, but they see the base, see the timing.
Oh,
they're picking a couple of workers. Nice one.
Wait, 4 HP. Oh, the oracles just barely managed to escape there with their lives. And Shakti is slowly going to try and catch up. And it has a faster base.
Juliana in the chat says that he's from Germany, apparently. Yeah, unfortunately, he cannot play Battle of the Americas. Unless he was also a citizen of one of the countries in the continent.
Yes. Unfortunately, Battle of the Americas is region locked to the land of the Americas, North and South and Central. All things America.
Yes.
And if you don't...
He says, I have no idea how to play StarCraft, but it doesn't matter that I have a horrible ping. And I gotta say, as far as multiplayer goes, StarCraft is like one of the friendliest games for high pings. Like,
that's right. I play with 200 ping all the time. It's fine.
Yes, you can easily have 150, 200 and still very playable. You can feel it, but it's still very playable. Yeah. I have other games where I reach 100 and maybe I cannot play anymore.
This is very true. Like, I've tried, like, playing MMOs, especially like hotkey based MMOs. Like, it's awful. It's so awful to play with like 150 ping. It's crazy.
League of Legends. If League of Legends, if you reach like 120, you cannot do anything. It feels so bad. So yeah, so the ping does not matter very much. It will feel a little awkward, but it can be easily adjusted.
Yeah, definitely. Oh boy. Meanwhile, interesting decision here by Shakti. He did have a much later Twilight Council, right? Which is what we were concerned about. And to make up for it, he completely skipped Blink, by the way. He just completely skipped it, went straight into... He's going straight into Targel Archon. And I love this. This is a way to catch up. Yeah,
that's a good idea. Meanwhile, speaking of good ideas, mate, TriGGeR is going for the free pickup.
Yeah, I think this is a better idea. Like, the problem is that Shakti is defending at home, right? Because, you know, it's very risky to move out, you know, without the army from earlier, and he's left TriGGeR alone. Now TriGGeR has 2 more Stargates on the way, so he's gonna have triple Stargate production and a fleet beacon. That's crazy.
Shakti's moving out. He needs to do some damage, and he's going to try to do it. Now, to be fair, he does have a fairly good amount of Immortals and Archons.
True. He does, but he has to be careful with his movements, because that's a lot of stasis wards. That's a lot of stasis wards.
First one is TriGGeR. Good one.
Alright, it's 10 more. It's insane. Everything is just blanketed with stasis wards. Oh my god.
If Shakti is going to move, he needs to do it now because
Okay,
carries
go,
on
go,
the-
go.
The Archons, all the Archons got trapped into that stasis war. Mate, that's a lot of HP that now you no
Mate.
longer have in your army.
Exactly. This is disastrous for Shakti. Like, he has to commit to the fight now, especially when these break out of stasis. He goes up the ramp.
Good CranKy by TriGGeR.
Mm-hmm.
The Archons are finally de-stasis. Another stasis grab is sprung.
Yeah,
Wait,
that
this
it
is a lot of
is.
fight power for TriGGeR. I don't think Shakti can break.
Yeah, there are just so many immortals here from TriGGeR. He's pushing through, powering through those Archons. Meanwhile, we do have a couple of Zealots coming in to reinforce. Meanwhile, here come the carriers.
This is the nail in the coffin, mate. I think the carriers. There's not much that can shoot up.
Exactly. There are.
Shakti is forced to go back.
Yeah, what shoots up? Archons and Stalkers without Blink. They immediately Blink gets started. And now Shakti gets punished for skipping that Blink earlier.
Mate, if you're Shakti, what do you do from here? Do you like chill back, defend, and pray that you survive, or what?
That's the problem. The longer you wait, the more carriers there are. Like, carriers on low numbers, you can deal with Blink Stalkers, but at a certain point, when you have like 5, which we're about to have 5, by the way, like, I don't know about that, mate. I feel like you can pull this off for a while, but at a certain point, you yourself have to go into Sky Toss.
Well, I don't see Shakti going with that plan any second now. He's just trying to go for another big push.
Yeah, here we go. He does scout the army. He does see now there are 3 carriers. He sees the Disruptor as well. Blink isn't done yet.
So you said, mate, this is going to be the last fight. If Shakti can do it, he can tie the series and we go to game 3. If not, man, we're going to have a North American finals.
Yeah, that we are. Oh boy, TriGGeR, he's here. He's doing it for Canada. Meanwhile, Shakti doing it for all of Latino America. I don't know if he wants to force himself up the ramp though. Like, up a ramp into Disruptor shots. Like, that's I don't know, mate. This is really rough. Oh, here we go. Ah!
Oh, the Disruptor shot, it was really good. It destroyed a lot of Stalkers, and yeah, mate, this is a lot of DPS. I don't think Shakti has enough.
Exactly. He pushed in. He did focus down 1 Disruptor, which was really cool, and then he took 2 Disruptor shots to the face. Immediately, his Stalker count plummeted, and now the carriers do reign supreme. The carriers have arrived, and TriGGeR, he's just sending it across the map. There's nothing left here for Shakti. Oh god. And I mean, he's forced to fight because he's being chased down. Immortal goes down. War Prison's gonna go down. GG gets called.
GG, TriGGeR wins this series and advances to the grand finals to play Nina.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, TriGGeR. There it is. The all NA finals. Canada versus USA. TriGGeR versus Nina. A little bit of a tease for what's to come in DreamHack. Again, both of these players are in the DreamHack group stage. I believe they are in separate groups. So, you know, they can be a little bit reckless here. They can show off a little bit more.
Shout out to the Mega in the chat who says, when I was 10, I used to play Soldier Front with 280 to be 200 ping. Now my brain has permanent delay.
Oh no. D-Mega, please.
Oh, so this is why he picked Protoss.
Also, fun fact, I also played Soldier Front back in the day.
Oh god, from Australia, all the way from Australia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Soldier Front, you know, they had an Asia server. They had Asian servers. It was fine.
This is why you survived the brain delay.
Exactly. Oh god.